Sala, Huirala, Kaleza Zaman, Kali Gogolo, Kaleza Zaman, Kali Gogolo. Thank you very much, comrades. Let's stand up and acknowledge the leadership of the ANC that is here. Mandla, away too. Kuvivu Mandela namda viva. Kuvivu Mandela namda viva. Kuvivu Tambo namda viva. Kuvivu Tambo namda viva. Kuvivu Mokaba namda viva. Kuvivu Mokaba namda viva. Kuvivu Mbalula namda viva. Kuvivu Mbalula namda viva. Kuvivu Malatji namda viva. Kuvivu Malatji namda viva. Ela ku left, who right. Kilame. Kiriwatamata. Samasoch. Dia marumo. Asicha. Dia marumo. Asicha. Taki. Kilame. Ngabeko tsecha. Kuyalwe. Ngabeko tsecha. Kuyalwe. Mandla. Wetu. Matla. Kerona. Thank you very much, comrades. President of the Youth League, Comrade Collen Malatji. We promised you a humdinger in Gauteng, and this is the humdinger. The leadership of the ANC of the Youth League led by President Malatji, the leadership of the ANC in the province led by Comrade Pinyiponyo, Nasispani Panyaza Lisufi. The leadership of the Women's League in Gauteng, led by Comrade Teliswa. All PYA structures that are here. COSAS is here. The YCL is here. SASCO is here. The Secretary General of the ANC, Comrade Fikile April Mbalula. Comrades, we are here in Alexandra. Alexandra was established in 1912, the year where the ANC was established. Comrades, this is the home, for some who don't know. Also Nelson Mandela used to stay here. Comrades, we are here to invoke the spirit, the fighting spirit of Peter Mokaba. We are here to invoke the ever and unwavering fighting spirit of one of our own in our generation, Comrade Tembeni Manana. Comrades, we are here, Comrade Panyaza Lisufi, to declare that Gauteng is going nowhere. The ANC is going to win these particular elections, and young people that are here are going to make sure of that. Comrade Panyaza, we have seen your program, Nasispani. But we are saying it's not enough. These young people here want permanent jobs. And the Youth League in Gauteng have got solutions for these young people. We want you, after elections, to make sure that young people are employed in Gauteng and some of them get business in the government of Gauteng. In line with our conference resolutions, that we want 50% of young people in all corridors of power. We also want 50% of business happening in Gauteng to be given to young people. Lesangathelana le le ba baholo fela, Comrade Panyaza. Comrades, we are here to say to the people of Alexandra, we are not ashamed to be associated with you. And then we know your challenges. We know at night kids have to go and play so that you are able to bath and prepare supper. We want Comrade Panyaza to demolish hostels that are here and build family units, and majority of them must be given to young people. Comrade Panyaza, there's a hostel here. It's a harbor of crime called Madala Hostel. That hostel must also be demolished. It's harboring guns that are killing our people here in Alexandra. Comrade Panyaza, Alexandra is the home of Amapiano. And Gauteng is the home of Amapiano. Mapiano is a big economy. We've brought them, all of them here to support the ANC. We're here to declare that we're going to support all young people in Gauteng who are in the creative industry. Those who are studying arts at universities, Comrade Panyaza, every school in Gauteng must employ them. Another resolution of NASISPAN. We've got unemployed graduates who can teach our young people how to dance, who can teach our young people how to sing, and who can ensure we build social cohesion and nation building. Comrade Panyaza, we don't want leaders of the ANC who are wishy-washy, who are discussing coalition towards election. We are here to declare that there's no discussion of coalition because the Youth League in Gauteng is going to make sure that the ANC wins these elections. Any leader of the ANC who believes we're going to lose, they must step down from the PEC right now. If those leaders are MECs, they must go now, not later. Comrades, in those words, we want a 24-hour library here in Alexandra so that our young people don't roam around the streets. We must make education fashionable. We must support the creative industries that are here with us. Any celebrity you want to think of, the Youth League in Gauteng has got them. There's no EFF that is going to be a playground in Gauteng. Comrades, Zuma, who's a former comrade of the ANC, Comrade SG, he tried to fill the stadium. He failed dismally. We're here to showcase as the Youth League that we don't want betrayers and traitors within our midst in Gauteng. Comrades, I welcome and introduce to you the de facto deputy president of the country, a graduate of UJ, a graduate of VETS, a former president of COSAS, a former NEC member of SASCO. We are here to introduce to you the president of all young people in South Africa, Comrade Collen Malatji. Amandla, awe tu, matla, karona, ayasaba magwala, iyo, ayasaba magwala, iyo, espamento engane, yakerela, espamento engane. President Collen, we present to you, young people of Gauteng.
Mandla, away two, umande lota ihlome, Umandela uJayihlome ehlasele. Umandela uJayihlome. Umandela uJayihlome ehlasele. Umandela uJayihlome. Umandela uJayihlome ehlasele. Mandla awethu wetsala wirala wetsala wirala. Viva President Peter Mokaba, viva! Viva President Peter Mokaba, viva! Viva President Cyril Ramaphosa, viva! Amandla! Viva the ANC, viva! Viva the ANC Youth League, the ANC Youth League, viva! Uzoyithola kanjani? Kollen. Oi, oi, ANC, oi, oi. Oi, oi, ANC, oi, oi. Greetings to the leadership of the ANC. Led by the Premier of Gauteng and the Chair of Gauteng, Chairperson, Comrade Panyaza Leswifi, a man of action, and his PC collective. Greetings to the ANC Youth League, led by its convener, the former chair of COSAS in Gauteng, Comrade Ntsako, and his collective and all his regions. The leadership of the African National Congress, the leadership of the ANC Women's League, branches of the ANC. Greetings to the former president and former SG, President Mbalula, who is the current SG of the African National Congress. It's only him and President Nelson Mandela who have become both SG and president of the ANC Youth League. No one has ever done that. Comrades, today we are here in response to the commitment we have made at the gravesite of President Peter Mokaba. Before the conference of the ANC Youth League, we went to the gravesite of Peter Mokaba and made a commitment to the former president of the Youth League, Peter Mokaba, that we will revive all structures of the Youth League and will use his name because he's a man that was fearless, that was highly attacked from external and internal by force of doom. They thought that the name of Peter Mokaba will die with him. But we've committed as a Youth League that will revive and the spirit of Peter Mokaba will live with us. That's why we're here in Gauteng today, to revive the spirit of Peter Mokaba. Comrades, volunteers of the ANC, isikhathi sokudlala asekho, isikhathi samafinyela asikho, Sifikile sizothi kini. We're here to revive your spirit that all of you, you must go to all corners of the country to defend the revolution against counter-revolutionaries. Everyone today, every Tom, Dick and Harry today is a leader of a political party. Umuntu khane family yakhe nabazali bakhe avuke ekuseni athi yena uzaba president of South Africa. People are going around lying, saying that the past 30 years, the African National Congress has done nothing. The African National Congress has built schools where there were no schools. It has built houses where there were no houses. It has put water where there was no water. It has built universities where there were no universities. It is only the African National Congress that pays you for being born, pays you for living, pays you to go to school, pays you to go to primary, pays you to go to high school, pays you to go to university. When you are done, gives you an internship and pays your family, builds your mother an RTP house, gives your mother electricity, gives your mother water, gives your pregnant sister free medical care. Now it can't be true that the African National Congress has done nothing in the past 30 years. But we're saying more must be done. We've told the president of the ANC that he must declare the unemployment of youth in this country a disaster. Because all of these efforts that the ANC has done, if there's high level of unemployment of the youth, all the achievements will be reversed. It can't be right that majority of young people are on the streets unemployed in South Africa. When we have majority of minerals are based here in our country. All the minerals that are used by different countries to develop their economies, they take them from here. Now we've told the president that we want export quotas. Because we're not a youth league that just complains. We're a youth league that has got solutions. We're saying that not more than 70% of raw materials must be exported. These raw materials must remain here in the country to revive the secondary industries and tertiary industries. The reindustrialization program of the ANC will only happen when the raw materials of the country are utilized to create employment for the youth. It can't be right that the youth of South Africa remain unemployed when they've got so many minerals that can resolve their problems. Our minerals of South Africa must resolve our socio-economic problems faced by the youth. We've told the president that it is not right that the Europe that has no raw materials but survives on our raw materials. We're saying that if the Americans want to put sanctions on us, so be it, because we must put South African first. It can't be that the youth of this country remain the face of poverty when they live in a country blessed with raw materials. We told the president that we are not a very peaceful youth league. The volunteers that are here, they are going to do door to door to fight for the African National Congress to win elections. But we are not fighting for the African National Congress to win election with a blank check. We are saying, President, the youth here are not doing door to door for free. They are doing door to door because they believe the ANC will resolve their socio-economic problems. If post-elections, after we win with 100%, the president of the country and SG Fikile Mbalula don't deliver on youth demands, aretsoafe ho ya union building ro etswalela rena. Areko emela batho ba idire re ko idira rena because aserena youth league ya makwala rena. If the SG and the president of the ANC don't deliver on our demands, we'll remove them and install ourselves and lead the country moving forward. Because the youth of this country is ready to take the country forward. The youth of the country has pronounced that enough is enough of parliament turned into an old age home. Parliament can no longer be a place of old people who want to retire, the return parliament. Parliament is an important corridor of power. And that important corridor of power must reflect majority of you here. Le re bona ke re go listing kwa re zamlo tsenya matsogonyana. Re ba tsentse baswa, a re ba tsentse re ba ile robala kwa parlamenteng ba no ditie. We've sent Bontsako and others to Parliament of Pumzile so that they implement resolutions of the ANC Youth League. As the president of the Youth League, I've made a decision not to go to Parliament because me and Comrade Fikile Mbalula, we're going to tell the House again to be a center of power. Uko reporting wa kwa lituli kwa. Ntwe batho ba sa reporting ba iketsetsa ba tsamaya ka dipulaite ba nagana re ke tsa bo mmago bona ifedile. Every Monday, all the young MPs and MPLs and councillors, I want them at the Tulu House every Monday to report to me on what they are doing for young people. And failure to do that, areba pale na le vutamlilo ba re tseba ra actor. Re koko ba batho. The ANC is not a harbor of corrupt and lazy people. The ANC is a parliament of the people. The ANC has existed for over 100 years representing the people of South Africa. It is not an organization created for criminals who want to feed themselves and their families. The ANC is formed to resolve the socio-economic problems of our people. I'm going to deploy me the deploy lazy, terikotserangwa, parliamenteng go represent the jacket chabon le mawon, le botatawon. ANC is created to resolve problems of majority South Africans. Was saying, Comrade Panyaza, Nasi Spani. It must not be Nasi Spani of people of Mpumalanga and Limpopo who don't vote here in Gauteng. It must be Nasi Spani of Gauteng people who will vote for the African National Congress. Arena ke batho ba tla ba kitiwa mo Gauteng, ba rala be bereko batho ba sa bereke mo Gauteng. Was saying that volunteers of the ANC must be an example of better life for all. We can't expect volunteers of the ANC to do door-to-door basna dieta, ba botsa batho ba better life for all bona basna dieta. We say when you do Nasi Spani Comrade Panyaza, don't have fear. The first people that you must employ are volunteers of the ANC. Because they must reflect Nasi Spani themselves. There's no one who can tell people about better life for all. Bambashile bona. Comrades, lebone akere alesa voti go diralang akere. La bona Johannesburg ke Tshwane ekuruleni magodu a re tshwere banna. Kwa ekuruleni kwa go na le godu la EFF le tša tšhelete ya mmušo le ifa Julius every day. They can't even pay salaries there because they are stealing like nobody's business. Awe ka mo Johannesburg go na le monno mo Marikeni kunene ba go ja sushi go di mga basadi. Ba mo tšere ba mo file pass ya mmušo ba re ebe MMC ya transport on behalf of the people of Johannesburg. Now when you don't vote for the ANC, you are going to have issues like Tshwane, where there is no water in Tshwane, because the DA-led government has given criminals water tankers to go around supplying water at the expense of our people. Those criminals, what they do, they close the reservoir so that the water does not go to people of Tshwane, so that they continue to invoice with water tankers. Now it's clear that when the ANC loses power, criminals will take over. The ANC, it is not perfect, comrades. Inaldi posho chayona. That's why when you do door to door, you must start by apologizing to the people of South Africa that the first mistake we did, we gave a grade 2 dropout a country to lead for 10 years. A grade 2 dropout that the ANC taught how to read and write. Today is using the English of the ANC to attack the ANC. Now you must go around apologizing gore banna re dirile phoso e kgolo ra tšea motho wa grade 2 ra mo fa country e bohlokwa ya go tshwana le South Africa. I will apologize on behalf of Comrade Mbalula. I know he was part of those who are saying a grade 2 dropout must be a president. We are sorry on behalf of the SG of the ANC. We will never do it again. We will never put a grade 2 dropout to be a president of the country. That grade 2 dropout, utsamaile no, utjere mkhonto wesizwe wa Mandela, ore ke mkhonto wesisu. Udrile mkhonto wa mala. Utsamaya a tšea batho ba bagodu, ba fa mokgahlwa wa magodu, ba berekisha legacy ya rena ya mkhonto wesizwe to continue the looting of the movement. Comrade SG, it can't be right that we've got doctors and teachers who are saying they're unemployed in South Africa. What do you say to a young person who wants to study when you tell them that there's an unemployed doctor? Can you imagine those that have dropped out in matric? It means there's no hope. Now we're saying that all the doctors and the teachers must be placed in employment because the demand requires them to be placed in employment. It can't be right that we have shortages of doctors in clinics and hospitals, but we've got young doctors who are unemployed. It can't be right that we've got overcrowding in classrooms, but we are told that there are teachers who are unemployed. Those issues must be resolved on an urgent basis. Criminals. Mapodisa amagodu re gopela gore Fikile a ba rake o rena tsamaye. We can't have criminals wearing uniform, call themselves police, expecting them to guard and safeguard our people. The youth here no longer has confidence in the police system because the police are criminal themselves today. We're saying, SG, please take the message to the president that the unemployed youth here, they are ready to become police officers to guard their own country. He must not fear to fire all the police there and put the youth here to safeguard their country. Women and children can't live in fear in their own country because of criminals who have taken the law into their own hands. It can't be right that there are forums moving around here, threatening people and projects, making people to pay rent in their own country, while we have law enforcement officers. We need to start acting. I know, Comrade Panyaza, we have been acting and putting cameras everywhere to safeguard our issues. We want the Department of Police to also support that program. South Africa can be a crime zone when we have police who are expected to guard this country. The youth here, they are prepared to take over that responsibility. Comrade Panyaza, we see your efforts of transformers in all our townships. We have put transformers where there were no transformers. We know that the criminals will go and corrupt or steal those transformers. We're calling upon the youth here to guard and protect those transformers, because those transformers are put there to resolve the problems of our people. Comrades, mekete ya dikatse le dikatsinyana e fedile. The ANC Youth League of Mokaba is back and vibrant and fighting everywhere. Yesterday we were in the Northern Cape. Today we are in Gauteng. Next week we are in Mpumalanga. We are in Northwest. The Youth League was formed to defend the ANC every time it's under siege. The Youth League is a body of opinion on the ANC. The Youth League mobilizes for the ANC. The Youth League gives new energy to the ANC. The Youth League defends the ANC when the ANC is under attack. Now that the ANC is under attack, the Youth League of Mokaba is saying the ANC will never be attacked when we are around. Le mone wala wa mamina uzamile mozmabita kwa ya mupalela ajwa mamina kwa aithutela achugile. Oferite khalo bolela, since the Youth League is back, Munola Mamina as a royal ANC leadership because he knows very well that the ANC Youth League will defend and protect his leaders. Was sent to Comrade TK, the secretary of the ANC in Gauteng. Let's govern peacefully. Leave us with the opposition. We'll attend to them. Do it peacefully. Don't worry about anybody else. The ANC Youth League of Peter Mokaba will attend to them. It is not a blank check, Comrade Panyaza. We're demanding not less than 4 MECs who are young here in Gauteng. We can't have MEC that, oh, 1 year. We're demanding 4 who are young in Gauteng. When I be also go reach Comrade Panyaza, also appointed the training on Amo, what a saber Namo Gauteng. Retore Cosas, Retore Sasco, Retore YCL, Youth League, Recau shoot like a pelagari train, already pass. Comrade Mbalula, SG of the ANC and President of the Youth League. We are not going to get one minister nyana there. Funa 50% Aluampasha. We've deployed young MPs here. They are very nice on the list, some of them. More Alexandra, more up and down. But it's all about the issue about to more South Africa. Those that have committed that will retire. We want to thank those that have retired. They're in parliament and cabinet. They must encourage their friends to follow them. We can't have pensioners there who are not want to retire. Rabakopela in peace. Rabakopela gore, Babedi advisor Charena, Badule will come to them for wisdom. But other issues, Abarikoela Rena with our energy to resolve. What they have not done in 30 years, they can't do it now. We need a new broom of young people to sweep. Now, we're not going to, I don't expect the cabinet of Sarabaposa, after we get 100% victory, to be represented by pensioners. Mara President Yana wa teleja wana mudimu wazeba. Arabolela Youth League wakwa. I'm sure you have seen the president of the ANC. He's very radicalized now since the Youth League is back. Asa chuga. Wazeba ore. Atwarama khodri kamu defend. We told the president that those who are corrupt, arrest them. Don't be scared to arrest them, we'll defend you. Don't be scared to appoint the youth in cabinet, we'll defend you. Because the youth that we have of Peter Mokaba is a fearless youth. Comrades, all of these things I've mentioned will never be achieved if the Youth League is uneducated. We want the reskilling of the youth. Their skills must respond to the economic demand of this country. The sitters must stop taking back money to treasury. They must use the money to keep the youth busy. While we are resolving the issue of unemployment, all young people must be in training centers, trained to respond to the economic demand of this country. We can't have the youth running around the streets on drugs when they have a budget to resolve their own problems. NEFSAS was not created for corruption. A lot of students have not received their stipends because of the corruption of NEFSAS. Was saying, Comrade SG, if Comrade Blaine Zimande is not prepared to fire the board of NEFSAS and administration, he must go himself. It can't be that kids from very poor background, who the ANC has created a platform for them to go to school, they can't get stipends or go to school because NEFSAS is corrupted by criminals. NEFSAS is a trust fund of poor kids of South Africa. It is not a platform of criminals to steal from them. We want to declare Comrade Ntsako, in conclusion, because the keynote speaker today is the SG of the ANC, that we have not visited the Johannesburg Stock Exchange in a long time. The Johannesburg Stock Exchange has harbored companies there that are not giving back to the youth of South Africa. We're saying that we need a massive march to the Johannesburg Stock Exchange to tell the private sector that they are taking from us, they must give back to the youth of South Africa. It can't be that a street away from here in Sandton, people live better than here in Alexandra. We're saying enough, it's enough. Mokete wa dikatse le dikatsinyana o fedile. Re batjha ba South Africa ba ready go lwela dilo tša bona gore maphelo a bona a change. Maphelo a bona ba mathateng. Baswa a ba sa go lo jola ka go bona ba bereki. O jola jwang o sa bereki. Ka gobane o jola ke data, ke airtime, ke Uber, ke lunch, o tla jola jwang o sa bereki. Baswa ba kgone ho jola Comrade Panyaza a ba bereki. Batho ba hladiwa mo. Ba hladiwa batho mo, basadi a bana banna, banna bana basadi ka bana ba bereki. Le di meeting tša family, a o sa bitšiwa family meetings, a o sa bereki because you can't contribute anything. You must always wait for that uncle that is always late in family meetings because he's the only one who can afford. Even if you arrive early in the meeting, if you're not working, your grandmother won't even take your views. Now the dignity of the youth has been taken away from them. We're saying the ANC must restore the dignity of the youth. And to restore the dignity of the youth, you must give them education. To restore the dignity of the youth, you must give them jobs. To restore the dignity of the youth, you must give them businesses. That is the only way this youth here will continue to defend the African National Congress. Because the African National Congress is under attack. And it's only you here who will defend them. And if yourselves here don't mobilize and vote for the ANC, all of these demands will never be implemented. Because it's only the ANC that can implement and resolve socio-economic problems of our people. It has proven over 30 years that it's able to change lives of our people. But more must be done. The better life for all must be reflection here. Now, comrades, ningabe amagwala, ningasabi, asenempini, niyabasaba na, niyabasaba na. Umandela ujayihlome, umandela ujayihlome ihlasele. Umandela ujayihlome, umandela ujayihlome ihlasele. Viva Gauteng province, viva! Oi, oi, Gauteng, oi, oi! Oi, oi, Gauteng, oi, oi! Oi, oi, Gauteng, oi, oi! Mandla! Viva President Fikile Mbalula, viva! Viva President Nelson Mandela, viva! Viva President Ancyl, viva! Viva President Peter Mokaba, viva! Amandla! 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 Thank you very much.
Viva President Collen Malatji, viva! Viva President Nuku Collen Malatji, viva! Thank you, comrades. Thank you, President Collen Malatji. As Gauteng, we have had you, President. We are going to make sure that we march to the Johannesburg Stock Exchange before the 29th of May 2024. Mandla! Away to Premier of Gauteng, the chairperson of the ANC. You have heard our manifesto. You have heard our youth demand. We want you to respond to young people.
Oi, oi, ANC Youth League, oi, oi. Oi, oi, Comrade Mbalula, oi, oi. Oi, oi, Comrade Collen Malatji, oi, oi. Oi, oi, Comrade TK, oi, oi. Amandla, amandla. Nzoyithola kanjani? Nzoyithola kanjani? Thank you so much, leadership of the Youth League. I'm just here to greet because our SG is here, Comrade Mbalula, to speak to you. But I'm asked to respond to some of the issues that I'm seeing here. And I'm not equal. I'll respond to all of them now, so that we can clear the air and clear everything. But I want to thank the Youth League first. We asked all branches of the ANC to give us their volunteers. Branches of the ANC gave us 35,000 volunteers. We asked the Women's League to give us their volunteers. The Women's League gave us 15,000 strong women to be volunteers. We asked the SACP to give us their volunteers. The SACP gave us 6,000 brigades to be volunteers. We asked Sanko to give us their volunteers. They are almost ready to give us 8,000 volunteers. Now we're waiting for the Youth League to give us their volunteers. You gave us all your volunteers, and we want to thank you. Comrades, we need you as volunteers to go and do the work. From the leadership of the ANC, we can assure you, when you do your work, we will give you all the support you need as the leadership of the ANC. Comrades, our message is one when you go to do door to door. The government of the ANC in Gauteng will not fold its arms when majority of young people are unemployed in our province. We are not apologetic. We are not apologetic. Every young person from next week, not next year, from next week, every young person we love like Gauteng. Whether you are under 35, whether you are over 35, whether uqede isikolo or awuqedanga isikolo, the Gauteng government is looking for you. We are taking all of you to TVET colleges to train. While you are training, we are giving you a salary every month of 3,500. Every young person that is unemployed. Comrade Mbalula. Whether you want to be a plumber, whether you want to be an electrician, whether you want to be an artisan, whether you want to be a bricklayer, Ubulova, Biapele, Gauteng, all of you are going to a massive skills development, and the Gauteng government will take care of your training and give you a monthly stipend. Al-Salfuni love Gauteng. Al-Salfuni love Gauteng. Liphi love. We want all those who have graduated. All those who have graduated, all young people that have qualifications, we are centralizing all the internship program. We are centralizing all the learnership program. We are looking for 40,000 young people that are qualified. We are taking you to government and go assist government there so that asafuni love eGauteng. Mina ngine crush nelova. Ngine crush nelova. Mawi lova zwakala kimi susukuseta. Ngibone niphethe ama-CV la. Lethani la ma-CV. Nihambe niyosebenza. So we are launching the biggest mass skill development program ever seen in our country, Comrade Collen. That's the biggest program that you want to. But young people, we want to say this as well to you. You don't want RGP houses. You don't want RGP houses. The Gauteng government has concluded buying empty land across the entire province. We are going to cut sites. We are going to put water. We are going to put electricity. We are going to put sewer. We'll give this land to all young people. You will finish up by building your own houses so that it suits you. Nina nifuna RGP houses. Ufuna umhlaba. Uzakhele indlu yakho. And uyiqedelele the way wifuna ngakhona. That is what we are going to give you. And that's what you must go and tell young people outside. But comrades, if we can't fight drugs, if we can't fight Nyaupe, all these benefits will not find our young people. We are proud. We've finalized a huge farm, Light One. We've put a huge building. We've put doctors and nurses. We've put social workers. All those young people that are struggling with drugs, we now have a hotel for you. We are taking you there for rehabilitation. When you are in rehabilitation, we are going to train you. When you finish training, we are going to create jobs for you so that we defeat Nyaupe once and for all in Gauteng. So we are quite excited with our programs. But comrades, we said it to you. This is not our program. The SG is here to speak. But the issue of electricity in this place will attend to it. Kunemkukula bathi emarasteni bebatshontsha electricity abantu la. We've taken them out now. We've built a solar farm emarasteni. They will not have load shedding anymore. They will have their own electricity. And we are expanding this program to 13 other informal settlements in Gauteng. So go out there, comrades. Mobilize people under the banner of the African National Congress. Nyabona kunama post abanye abantu la bathi abakholanga. We will fix that problem good ningaholi. But at least ni complain ngokuthi awuholanga, awu complain ukuthi awunamsebenzi. Sishintshile impilo yakho. So comrades, we release you. We release you, go and work for the ANC. Go and each and every house, each and every informal settlement, each and every township, each and every area, tell them to vote for the African National Congress. If they don't want to vote for the African National Congress, ask them to vote for the ANC. Thank you, Siyabong. Thank you so much.
Panyaza rimurata kaufela Rita mayaliena We molo molo Panyaza re murata kaofela re tsamaya le yena we molo molo Panyaza re murata kaofela re tsamaya le yena we molo molo.
Alexandra, rise up for a child of the ANC, the bravest person that we have in the African National Congress, the custodian of the ANC, the day-to-day manager of the African National Congress, the only leader that launched the Women's League back, the Youth League back, MK back, and many structures of the ANC back. Alexandra, make noise for the Secretary General of the African National Congress, Vuta, Comrade Mbalula. Thank you, Esi.
Amandla, awethu, uzoyithola kanjani? Uhlele khoneni, uyiragalang, wetsala. Thank you very much, comrades. I'm going to be very brief. Hallelujah, molitsatsimmo. Kadi 25, it's a Area FNB Stadium. Siyanqoba. Kadi 25 area kai? Ya, huiragala. Maubani FNB unole monate. Mara ke batlu bua ka yona. Because batho ba bang ga ba monate. Ka FNB a re tloele. Mare rona re ya kae? Siyanqoba. Comrades, really ANC. From now onwards, we are going to create 2.5 million jobs for the youth. 2.5 million jobs for the youth. Efondin, uKaspa is a performer after me. Are you ready for Kaspa New Vest? Are you ready for Anati? Kupetu Razmataz Muga, I'm Tinga. Kaspa will come after the Razmatizi. 2.5 million jobs. And we are saying, we don't create jobs only for 18 to 35. We want also 35 upwards to be employed. We are saying, Comrade Panyaza, as the ANC, scrap this thing that when you are a graduate and you are looking for a job, when you fitla mole barbabata experience, let young people get experience. NSFAS, recreate mibereko, bana ba kene dikolo. All the doctors who are unemployed, as I'm speaking to you now, they are being employed by our government. Bana baba studying, baya muskolong, let them get employment. Comrades, mo Alexandra mo, baile babua makabo marata elele, bari we said we will build 1 million houses. There is a shortage of land here in Alexandra. We have tutumani le aitiba. Batu bako tutumani batu akai. Batu akai. Batu amo Alexandra. There is a problem of land here. Comrade Panyaza. We created tutumani by moving people of Alexandra and build more houses for Alexandra. Una le batho ba sena nnete ska la bua ka Zuma. Zuma ke motho o sena nnete generally. So don't worry about him. Ke ntate o sena nnete, a ke so bone motho o moholo so. O sena nnete ska Zuma. Zuma o tlhoka nnete. O ka ba ikrea o buile dilo tso sa tshwanang o di bua ka motho o moholo. Ntate o hana nnete. A re tsweng ko yena re a utlwana. Re etseng? Re tswe kae? Ko Zuma. Batho ba ba yang ko Zuma ke magodu. Ke batho ba ba tshabelang nnete kaofela bona. Comrades, re rumile batho parlamente. We have sent people to parliament. There are some of our comrades who have faced issues of integrity. We are going to attend to those issues. Re a utlwana. Ha ona le bothatanyana. Re ba kupile hore ba emele ko thoko. Ba re bona ba ema mo. Mare ntho a teng re tlo e fetsa e se kgale. Re a utlwana. So we have sent people to parliament to represent us and serve the people of South Africa. We have sent young people. We have sent people with disability. We have sent people across religious background to parliament. Comrade Collen, ke a le bona mo Youth League mo le tumme ka ditulo. Le rata ditulo ene re tlo le fa tsona. Problem ya lona le robala mmereko. So a re batle batho ba o robala mmereko. Re tlo ba fa ditulo batho ba ba ntšha ba. Re tlo le fa ditulo mare le ye sekolong. South Africa ha e sa tla etellwa pele ke ma standard 2. Re batla batho ba degree upwards. Ya le nna le mpona ke le so le tlo mpona ke apere dipurapera e se kgale. A re sa nyaka batho ba o sa rutei mo ba etella South Africa. Re fedisitse ka ntate ole e ke le boleletseng ka yena ntho eo. Mare ke motho o moholo ke kgopela hore le tswe ko yena ska lalwa le yena. O tshwere ke mathata a bogolo. Le motloele wa tseba motho a moholo a tlhoka nnete a wa tshwanna o mo fetola akere. Ya itswang ko yena. A ke batla ho bua ka ba bang. Le bona re tswe ko bona. Ntwe re tlo e dia mo South Africa, and that is what we are doing here in Gauteng. Through Panyaza. We are creating jobs. And Panyaza and TK and the PC, they are doing a splendid job. Gauteng is the home of the African National Congress. And Gauteng Rio wina ka 3/3 majority. Riautwana, not even 2/3, 3/3. Mo Gauteng because luna ma volunteer le batho ba ANC. Ke luna le tlo busetsang ANC. Nywe ANC, ANC. ANC ratwa ke batho. ANC ke ya batho re utlwana. Uzoyithola kanjani? Uhlele khoneni. Uzoyithola kanjani? Uhlele khoneni. These are young people of the African National Congress. In their numbers, you are here today. And Ntsako and your collective, you have shown that you walk the talk. You are the first line of defense of the African National Congress. And that is what we want. Comrade TK, Comrade Panyaza, you are leading from the front. Here in Gauteng, we've got the best leadership of the ANC. And comrades have shown that in action. Dingata ntho tse re di etsang. Batho ba bang ba re ba etsa di manifesto. Di manifesto tsa bona ke tshomo. Wa itseba tshomo. Intsomi. Rona, we have improved in this country. Health system of this country is not the same as it was. No reintroducer national health insurance in South Africa. And it is in the office of the president to sign national health insurance bill into an act so that relika-likane mo South Africa mo batho ne ba shwa ki HIV and AIDS. Beanong rantsha dipilisi tsa di neveripine to intervene. Ha ona motho o bolawang ki AIDS no. Akere? Ayo. Ikanna ba e o bolaya because wa itshwara pila. Mare bophelo ba batho bo atile mo South Africa. Our health situation has improved for the better. Ha o tshwere ke AIDS, batho ne ba ibitsa ka mabitso ba re tshwere ke Z3 and all of that. But today we are able to live. Comrades, the ANC have done a lot in this country. And the testimony of that work of the ANC government, it's you. And nobody else has done better and has never governed in this country better than the ANC. That is why una le tlhakatlhakano mo Joburg mo. Diata marugwana di tshwere puso mo. Di bolaile puso ko Tshwane, e kuruleni le mo Johannesburg. Di pothole mo Johannesburg ki di bathtub. Di pothole di kana mo Joburg mo. Ka baka la di coalition. We don't want coalitions, comrades. We must go out in our numbers to secure overwhelming victory for the African National Congress. Come the 29th of May. Ka di 29, re tswe ka bongata, ka makatlamane, siphume ngobuningi bethu. Siyovotela i-African National Congress. Siyazwana maqabane. Re a utlwana ma comrade. Maihlome. Maihlome. Go iragalang. Wetsala. Thank you very much, comrades. Amandla. Diabule.